Tell you that I love you, now they've carried you away. Am I too late? Am I too late? Tell you that I love you, now they've carried you away. Am I too late? Am I too late? Tell you that I love you, now they've carried you away.
Hello, hello, hello.
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, cinco, seis.
Ooh,
Title and
what
artist.
did I do? There we go. What?
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, cinco, seis. Title and artist.
Title and artist?
Yeah.
Oh.
Offspring.
Yeah, Offspring.
Hey, Pocatello, it's Not That Late live with John.
How did I do that? I moved it too far. We seriously got here like 30
3
seconds
seconds ago.
before the show
Literally.
started. So we were rushing to get everything set up. I'll be right back.
I will entertain Pocatello's. Oh, dude, your computer's working on updates. You're screwed. Wow, why didn't you even try to do that before you left the house? We're not doing anything.
I haven't turned my computer on, this laptop
It's-
on in like 2 weeks. So,
Really?
yeah,
How do you not turn your laptop on?
because I have a
Oh, you
desktop,
got a desktop.
and I like my desktop a lot better.
I haven't shaved in a week.
Have you done anything since last week, Danny? It was such a crazy last few weeks before
No.
the end of this last week,
I
before
didn't
the
do
election.
a thing.
So I can't blame you if you stayed inside and slept all day for a week straight.
I did. Well, no, we took off the day after and got some of my signs. You grabbed a few signs. A few other people grabbed a few signs. The next day, Jimmy and I got a couple more signs. Talked to some people, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I woke up about 5 minutes ago. Literally. Yeah.
It was a crazy week, though. I can't blame you at all.
It was okay. Recap. I lost the campaign.
Danny lost the election.
Just
he
if
was
you
running for
haven't
a seat
heard,
on Pocatello City Council,
Seat 1.
and he lost
And
miserably.
On
Okay, not
Facebook,
really
I
miserably.
didn't call him personally. I didn't know, but on Facebook, I congratulated Jim. So just in case, congratulations, Jim Johnson, for winning Seat 1. I wish you success in the future.
I was surprised with how, out of all the people that lost on the other seats, you got almost twice as many votes as the next one that got most votes. If that makes any sense.
You know, the thing is Roger Bray, he was very well known.
You got
in
about
town.
900 votes more than any of the other losers.
Yeah, because I was
So-
5 votes close to Roger Bray. Roger Bray is very well known. A couple other unknowns that showed up. Nate Millward, I thought would do a lot better than he did.
I thought it was going to be a lot closer
'Cause-
between him and Roger.
You know, Nate was very active, very so. But Roger, and it's good that Rogers, I gained a working relationship with him during the campaign.
So when you run in 2 years, you guys can work well on the council together.
Is it 2 years or 1 year?
2 years.
Well, we're just going to wait and see how it pans out.
Next year is, I think, like state legislatures and stuff. State representatives. That's the word.
Right. If people want me to run, I will engage in politics again.
You can run next year for
Dude,
representative.
Actually, I learned quite a bit because now, okay, number one, if you ever want to do an election, which, hey, I encourage everybody in Pocatello to run for a seat. Seriously, the next election, 900 people need to jump in.
Could you imagine if 2,000 people ran and each got one vote? It would all come down to that one person who convinced someone else
Here
to vote for them.
Is the other
Because
thing.
apparently only 2,000 people, or no, it'd be about 5,000 people in Pocatello actually vote.
Right. Okay. Here is the worst part, Pocatello. I'm sorry, but you guys got to hear this. straight up. There's 50,000 people approximately.
Well, that's
give and
that's
take
population, but
a
you
little
got to figure
bit more.
there's kids and whatnot involved. So what I actually look at in this situation is the workforce,
Right.
which is about 26,000.
But
So even with
still.
26,000
Well, we can do some quick math because
votable people, only 5,000 ish came out
okay,
to vote.
because I got like
That's crap.
what was it,
1951.
Okay, I got 1951 votes. Okay,
And Johnson got 2,800 or something like that.
so I lost by 700 votes.
I figured it out, and there's some discrepancies
You
in
fingered it out.
yeah, and I think it was like 200 more people voted on you guys than on Bray's seat, or vice versa, or something like that. So there could be that there's a 200, missing votes somewhere, but
Right.
on
So
one of the
this
seats.
700 equals 26.
Well, he got 28,
Okay, he got 28. Okay,
so it was about
clear.
800 votes.
So 28 plus 1971.
51.
So approximately 4,777 people
So
voted.
still round it up and say 5,000. Give people the benefit of the doubt. Say 5,000
Pocatello, that is terrible.
out of 25,000 workforce.
That is
that's,
absolutely terrible. 1 in 5 people voted.
That's only what 20? Is that 20? 20%? No.
20%.
25. 5 out of 25. 5 goes in there 5 times. 5 is 20% of 100.
I have
So,
no idea what he's doing.
I don't know
Pocatello.
either.
Whatever.
I could be totally wrong there.
Yeah.
But yeah, about 20% of people actually got out and voted, and that's
That's
sad.
terrible. That, Pocatello,
75. That is the least that I would like to see of people voting.
You would think so.
on local elections, because local elections are the ones that actually
make- you make a
count.
difference.
Your
Yep.
vote actually does count. The Electoral College, crap. Don't get me started on that.
Now,
Local elections, not only does it count, but your vote is what's going to. I had a brain fart. I'm done. Can we go home?
anyway,
Your vote is what's going to lead the city. It's going to tell people or tell the city government leaders what it is that you want. You saying we want this guy instead of that guy because we like what he's saying tells them they like what he's saying. That's what we should do. I cannot talk tonight.
maybe,
there's just- this
maybe
is-
you need a beverage.
In case you,
Ha ha, see, I told you, we're dead.
it was at 100%.
The
Now it's down to
updates.
30.
Yeah, they lie all the time. I told you, this computer will not work this hour. I mean, you will be lucky
Yeah.
because we've been on the air 10 minutes and it's only got 30%.
Last time it did this, I told myself from now on, anytime before we go to the show, I'm starting my computer, making sure the updates are done before, and
Well, the thing
I
of it is,
failed.
though, I mean, granted, a few people came out and voted, but, here's the thing. People are up in arms about this holiday issue. Well, if you cared enough, then you should have went to the PTA meeting 4 or 5 years ago.
which holiday issue?
Well, everyone's like Christmas play, holiday play, winter bazaar, and people are mad because they're taking away Christmas play in the schools or something.
Okay.
Facebook says it.
I haven't.
So, yeah, you should go and voice your opinion to keep Christmas in the schools. Because if you don't, then they don't.
Exactly.
But the good thing is, okay, because sure, I would have liked to have won, so I could have
Made a change in Pocatello.
brought my bricks and started throwing rocks. But I didn't. The good thing about not winning is everybody at City Hall right now, they've got a big job ahead of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
They got a lot of hard work and
Apparently, the budget restructuring meetings that they've been doing are a little more.
yeah.
The budget's in a little worse shape than some people thought, from what we hear.
It's
But, the other thing, the one thing that's bugged me about the budget restructuring hearings, what is it doing now? It's flashing at me. that I've noticed is, they always say it's a public meeting and whatnot. If it was really public, I mean, in theory, yes, anyone can show up and go into the Iwo Jima conference room or whatever it is.
Go ahead. And
Wherever
try
they're holding it.
Pocatello, I dare you.
I'm always working, so I can't try it. You should try it. And I'm
Maybe
curious
I could
what would
finagle my
happen.
way in there.
But because they do say it's a public hearing and that they're doing it to, it was in the mayor's newsletter. If my computer was working, I'd pull it up and show you where it says
I told
public
you it's updating.
budget hearings.
You ain't got crap.
And this is that's what we got. Oh, hey, it went off from black. Now it's hey, you know what? It might work. Oh,
yeah.
Hey, it's coming.
You went from 30%
look at
to
that.
100% in 10
because
seconds.
I switched to it to show that it wasn't doing anything.
Right.
That's when it started to do something. Anyway,
Dude, that's a true thing. Electronic devices do that. If it hears
said
you
doo-doo.
say something, it will do the exact opposite to prove you wrong. I know it for a fact
this
because
does have the microphone right
it
there.
happens to me all the time.
Anyway, but if they really wanted it to be a public meeting, why didn't they hold it in the council chambers and televise it? That's just
They don't want people to show.
yeah.
But anyway, Pocatello, the guys who are on City Hall,
Quick reminder:
congratulations.
any of the views and things we talk about on the show are not representative of the city of Pocatello.
You had the disclaimer up there.
I did. Just a reminder.
This is a reminder. 234-6288. Give us a call. You want to participate, request the song we won't play, or something.
And a few seconds ago, Danny mentioned the holiday Christmas blah, 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 whatever.
Brouhaha.
And the big one that's going on in the last few days was Starbucks. And now, I never go to Starbucks, so I have
Never
no
been.
idea what is going on. But I do love coffee and Starbucks. I'm just kidding.
Oh, hey, hold it. Here we go. What? Nope, that's not the one. We want that one. And then we want this. Oh,
What are you trying to do?
no, that's not the one. We want that one. And then we want, there you go.
So, yes, Starbucks. And look at this, okay? Yes, the red cups. I like them, actually. They're simple. I like them. But I also tricked them into supporting our show. And
It's not too late.
what?
Seriously?
I totally
You're
tried to trick.
advertising
I
for
tried.
another show.
I tried to trick them into supporting our show
Well,
by
you're-
putting "It's Not That Late" on it.
Your tricking them is not very
And
good.
oh, dude, they hate our show.
course they do.
Starbucks hates this show.
I would too.
They hate "It's Not That Late" because
I put
they.
the phone number.
He purposely did that. He's like, no, I've seen that show and it sucks, so I'm putting "It's Not Too Late" instead.
Yeah.
That's totally what he did.
Oh no, I have eggnog because I hate coffee.
Actually, it's a common mistake. Everyone says it's not too late. So, yeah, this is just proof that, they'll write whatever you want on the cups. They don't care whether they agree with it or not. If they think our show sucks, they're still going to write it on there. If they thought Danny was going to give this to a girl and ask them to put a phone number on it, they do it.
Dude, that's totally the phone number we should start giving out.
In case you're wondering, you can call 234-6288. Tell us what you think about this whole red cup ordeal. I
Dude,
mean, you know what?
okay.
It's just a cup.
I love eggnog.
And
I mean,
quick note, it's still
I
not as
really
good as
love eggnog.
still not as good as double
During
shot.
the winter season, when they have that pumpkin eggnog, that's fantastic too. Normal eggnog, fantastic. Low fat eggnog sucks. Don't buy it. This is terrible.
Yeah, I'm a double shot fan. I think this is probably the second time in my life I have purposely gone to a Starbucks to buy something out of my own free will. I've had Starbucks maybe 5 times because other people have bought like the big boxes of coffee or something. But this is only, and I like double shot.
Coffee's just like beer. Beer sucks. Coffee sucks. Beer tastes the same.
Can I try?
Coffee tastes
Can I
the
try
same.
your eggnog?
Yeah. For a coffee drinker, you're probably gonna love it.
I'm not a huge fan of eggnog.
Oh, I love eggnog. They got eggnog taffy. That's fantastic.
Oh God, that is nasty.
Well,
I mean, okay, what I used to love eggnog, but then
I'm
what
gonna-
ruined it for me was I one day bought the Southern Comfort eggnog, I think is what they had, and it didn't actually have alcohol in it, but it tasted like Southern Comfort, and that just kind of ruined eggnog for me.
I've never had alcoholic eggnog.
Haven't been able to drink it since.
I think alcoholic eggnog's a bad idea.
Well, I mean, I don't know if it actually was flavored like Southern Comfort or what the deal was, but it was the Southern
Southern
Comfort
Comfort?
brand eggnog that they sell, and you're supposed to mix it with Southern Comfort. It didn't have alcohol in it, and it was just nasty, and that just kind of ruined eggnog.
What is Southern Comfort?
It's liquor.
Oh. Anyway, this is terrible, but I'm going to drink the whole cup because John paid $6 for this cup of coffee.
It was 5.
And I'm not going to dump it out because if anybody pays $6 for a cup of coffee, I'll choke it down.
But yeah, basically, if you have no idea what the red cup, I just spilled coffee on my computer. If you have no idea what the red cup thing is about,
Oh, dude, you totally got it all over your. Oh,
I know.
That would break my brain. I'd be having a conniption right now.
But like
'Cause
some of these
gonna
keys
gum
down
up everything.
some of these keys down here are kind of sticky too because I spilled. What did I spill on them?
I have no idea, John. While your computer keys are
can't
sticky.
remember.
That is none of my business.
Me and Jason were playing like
Again.
Lego Dimensions and streaming it on YouTube, and I
All of
was
those
drinking
words
something
should not
and
be
I
said in public.
spilled it. And
Every one of them.
anyway, yeah, some crazy wannabe guy got on Facebook and posted a video because he was trying to say that because they didn't do red cups that they hate Jesus and don't agree with Christmas, and he's like saying that they're not allowed to say Merry Christmas, and that's just not true.
Oh yeah, because then he
all sorts
hashtagged
of
Merry
stupid
Christmas
stuff.
on his
Yeah,
cup.
and he told them his name was Merry Christmas, so he's like, oh, I tricked you into saying Merry Christmas. Yeah.
And then Facebook, as the brainless horde that it is, all jumped on like, yay!
Yeah. Now Donald Trump's jumping on too,
Yeah, I
saying, hey, let's boycott Starbucks, except for the one in Trump Tower, of course. You should
I say
support.
boycott coffee because it sucks.
But yeah, and, I was reading a thing today that was talking about this guy, and I guess if you look into him, he recently last year ran a $20,000 or $30,000 GoFundMe thing because he's a televangelist, and yes, that probably says all you really need to know about him.
Jimmy
right there.
Swaggart.
But he
I watched Jimmy Swaggart as a kid and loved him. I loved the Jimmy Swaggart Gospel Hour as a kid.
apparently several people like
Every
this guy.
Sunday, me and my dad tuned in to Jimmy Swaggart.
Luckily, I never used these keys up here, so
And
if they
the
get sticky,
PTL
I don't
club.
care. But
I love the PTL club.
basically, this guy last year ran a 20,000 and made his goal, if not more. I think he made more. That's it. He was running it for 20,000 and made like 34, but so that he could buy a really nice camera because he told everyone he needed a new camera to do his YouTube videos, and he needed a $30,000 camera for this. It's like something Red One, I don't know, whatever. A really nice camera. So he made the money to get it somehow. I don't know why people think, oh, yeah, of course, if you're going to do YouTube, you need a $30,000 camera. Anyway, but then people were noticing that his videos were still with his cell phone. And they, but in the meantime, he's posting pictures of really nice watches and stuff that he's bought, like really nice watches. And then when people ask him, he's like, oh, yeah, I ended up buying 2 Canon blah, 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 $1,000 cameras instead. And yeah. So $2,000 worth of camera is what he's now saying he bought.
But he got 20,000.
But he got 30 or 34 from his GoFundMe. And but yet still, with this recent video, he's still using his phone. And he doesn't even use his phone right.
Dude, I
hate people who hold. Okay, quick lesson for everybody. If you have a phone with a video camera, doing this, not good.
Wrong.
It's horrible. Why? Because that is the shape of what your video is going to look like, upright. Turn it this way. That way it's widescreen and doesn't look like you're a 12-year-old trying to figure out what puberty is.
I actually think that iPhone should actually not allow the camera to work when it's straight up and down.
I think they should add that feature.
Because the iPhone, this phone right here, I guess the camera that's in this is outstanding.
Yeah, it's like a 4K camera.
So
I mean,
yeah,
pretty
whenever
much
you're
if you want to buy a
filming,
nice 4K
film this
camera,
way.
you're looking at like $10,000. Or
Yep.
you can get a 4K camera in a
everybody film this.
$600
Also,
iPhone.
when you're filming, keep the people you're filming so you can see them.
Yes.
So if you do this, that doesn't help at all.
If I'm trying to film Danny, but I'm holding it this way, it's not going to work. If I turn it this way, it's not going to work either. That's filming me, not Danny. Just saying.
Yeah, but don't you have a couple of different cameras?
I do.
Because I can switch the.
Well, yeah, you can switch to the
I
front,
actually
front
should
view, but
use-
it's actually a lot lower quality. And that's the other thing. When you're filming yourself
Use
with
the
your
back
phone,
camera.
use the back camera.
Not the front camera.
You don't need to watch yourself. Why? Because you end up looking at the screen and not at the little tiny lens. So people can see that you're not looking at them. Use the back camera. You get much better quality, and you're forced to really only look at the little eye. You can't sit there and watch yourself and think, look at how cool I look.
I've been looking at a few videos, and the camera and stuff capabilities of this new iPhone are like astounding. People have shot a movie
Oh, yeah. People are...
with the camera, and they've edited it
People are
right
right.
on the phone. So I need to take the time and actually do that but I just don't.
But you just don't.
Yeah, Angry Birds.
Yeah.
Actually, Toy Soldiers too.
Why make a movie on your phone when you can play Angry Birds, right? Mm-hmm. So what else has annoyed you this week, Danny?
Anyway, congratulations everybody that won. I wish you success in the next coming year, especially
called backtracking.
with the budget of Pocatello, because we are in very bad spot. And those who are going to try and fix it this next few coming years, good luck. I wish you all success. If anybody's watching and they've got one of my signs, tell me. I'll come get it. I've been collecting signs left and right here and there. So
Okay, so somebody posted a great Facebook post 30 minutes ago, and we fall victim of this. He says, I've only seen people complaining about the red cups.
that's by thanks, Jeff Jolly. You are correct. Play that video.
That wasn't to us. That was just to
put
his
that.
Facebook.
Put that on the TV.
Not that version.
Oh yeah, that would have swears in it. You don't
Anytime
want
it
any-
says unedited.
Right, we don't want any unedited swears. Because this is a family program. 234-6288. Give us a call. If you'd like to participate.
There's one.
Are you serious? Yeah, I changed the camera angle.
Are you serious? Yes.
Dude, this gets worse and worse. I mean, coffee is bitter.
Don't get the eggnog latte.
No, coffee is bitter. Is it bitter to you?
I'm pretty sure when you said, do you have eggnog? And the guy said, yeah, we can do like an eggnog latte or and you said, yeah, do it. That's pretty much saying, yeah, make the eggnog latte. What Danny meant was,
I'd like an
I just
eggnog.
want a cup full of eggnog.
Right. Oh, because they do have hot eggnog. I
But
love
instead, Danny is drinking like 2 shots of espresso right now.
Dude, seriously, I totally forgot about the caffeine. I hate drinking caffeine at night. I've got stuff to do tomorrow.
I got to go right to bed too, but
Hey, that guy looks familiar.
you don't know him.
Yeah, okay.
There's more people filming their kids with their camera upright, and this guy knows better. He works for Verizon.
Mr. Colon?
Yeah.
Or Colon?
It's colon like your colon.
That's... Can we
Is
go and
anything-
make fun of him? Or would that be wrong?
Well, depends on what you want to make fun of for. You want
His
to make fun
last-
of him for using
His last name being a colon.
I don't know. I don't.
I got made fun of because of my last name.
How did people make fun of your last name?
Wells, you're as deep as a well, though.
That's like was that
Or
in
they
third
said
grade? I mean,
Yeah, I'm serious. Or it's like, oh, Wells, you're going to hell. You know, stuff like that.
I don't get it.
Sesame Street.
Sesame Street.
Oh, no, that's Adult Swim, so it's
Oh.
Sesame Street that we should watch later. Funny.
R-rated Sesame Street.
Can't be R-rated, just... Dude, seriously, hold it. We gotta... Coffee to me is very bitter. Is it bitter to you?
No, I love coffee.
You don't get a bitter taste from the coffee.
No.
I have every cup of coffee, every time I've tried it, there's that bitter... Oh.
I don't notice it. Here's something that annoyed me. A few weeks ago, we did the subscription box episode.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
I went through and got all these trials and then went through and canceled the subscriptions and whatnot. And 2 of them showed it only as a trial basis and didn't show me anywhere to cancel. So I assumed, like anybody would, it was a trial basis. If you like it, come back and subscribe. And that's one of them just didn't really, it was very vague. And they ended up sending me another box, charging my account. I told them, hey, what's up with this? They're like, oh, sorry, here's a shipping return label. Stick it on there, send it back, we'll refund your money. Okay, not a problem. And what clued me into that was I got an email saying, hey, your box is on the way. I'm like, huh? So, but then today I opened them up. Yeah. That was Try the World, by the way. Today I opened my mailbox, and there is a Graze box in there.
I wanted to make fun of the fact that you said, hey, your box is on the way, but I'll let that go.
Are you sure you want to let that go? Because that's a pretty good one.
Yeah. But
Okay.
We're
So,
FCC.
There's a
stuff.
Graze box in there, and I'm like, meh. And this was one of those. This one, it was a little less vague because it said, it was a trial, the trial box, the 4-pack, whatever, blah, blah, blah. On my account status, it said trial box orders, whatnot. Upcoming orders, it didn't show anything. So I was like, okay. And then suddenly I get this box in the mail, and I get back on there, and it says current orders, whatnot, showed this box. Upcoming orders, nothing. So after digging around, I found, okay, cancel any boxes and whatnot. So now
How much
I
did they
shouldn't
charge
be
you
getting
for
any.
this box?
But this one, there was a $5 discount on it, so it only cost me $6. So I'm actually going to keep this one because it was only $6. And although the 4-pack one that we got last time, in my mind, was not a good deal for the regular price that it would be of $7, because you got 4 snacks for $7. So I know it's still not a good deal, but the snacks were pretty good.
Dude, the snacks were fantastic. It's something to treat yourself. But the supplement thing that we got from your box that last time, actually fantastic. I'm going to order some online.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not even joking. Because it was...
You like the Bulu box?
Well, it was Zam Wow whatever. And it had like cabbage and whatever ingredients in the...
I want to say that one's like normally $5 a box or something like that.
Yeah, well, I think you got it for free. I'm not sure, but it was just all those herbal
Oh,
samples.
well, yeah. I mean, the box gives you the samples, but then
Right.
you can order the actual stuff, I guess.
Yeah,
from
that
it,
one
too.
supplement that was in there, I took it, thought it was fantastic. I mean, you could actually feel the difference. It was like, wow, this is great. This is better than caffeine.
Nice.
Yeah, better than no dose. So I will actually be purchasing that product because it was like literally Zam Wow herbal combination stuff.
Cool.
Well, I just took it today, and I just like, oh wow, this is fantastic. So I just wanted to tell you that I'm actually going to look that up and purchase that because of the blue or boo or whatever box that was.
Bulu.
Bulu box.
But this is the Graze box, and it's got a cool little November cover-ish. A bunch of leaves on it.
A bunch of weed?
Leaves.
Weed?
Leaves.
You got weed in your box?
Leaves. Which
Phrasing. Anyway.
Snacks with benefits.
Pocatello, it's not that late. Live with John. Give us a call, 234-6288. Participate.
Where's the
in
phone
what
number,
we're about to
Danny?
do.
Where's the phone number? There it is. 234-6288. That's
Give us a
right.
call.
We tricked Starbucks into putting the phone number on the cup. We tricked them.
Nanner,
Tricked.
nanner, boo-boo.
Yes, we were
Unfortunately,
sly.
Pocatello, we did not come prepared to show videos. Typically, this is a video program. We try to show videos. I have some wonderful dubstep that I'd like to share with you. John doesn't like dubstep. So, well.
Hey, I've got some things here if you want to get your first and fifth Grace box for free.
They have got some things here.
I'm supposed to share them with friends.
No, the snack box that you got, that was actually really good. It's just that for $20,
Which one?
the
nature
one that
box?
had the
Or what was it called?
the fruit jellies or whatever, because you could tell that that was actual real, like fruit wrap.
we did so many of them, I can't remember which one was.
Actually, tonight I'm going to go on there again and check out some more of those boxes just for funsies.
Plumpkins. Okay, so this one, I've got
Plumpkin?
some sesame garlic crunch. Yeah, it's a sesame garlic crunch, and it's looks like
234-6288.
just little crunchy, munchy stuff.
234-6288.
We got a flapjack, butterscotch popcorn flapjack.
234-6288.
Looks like a yummy little bar. That looks similar to one of them that was in the last one. There was some like oat and stuff
234-6288.
in the last one, and it was actually really good.
234-6288.
234-6288.
Dude, seriously, you should take this 234-6288 and drop it into a song. 234-6288.
Okay, peachy orchard,
Skrillex.
peach drops, rhubarb, and pear. So it's kind of like a
That is
Well,
not
what do they
worth
call
a
it?
dollar.
what are they? Yeah, it's definitely not.
A trail mix or something.
Yeah, like a
Trail
fruity
mix.
Trail mix. Then we got dark Rocky Road granola yogurt
Dark Rocky
topper.
Road.
Dark Rocky Road granola yogurt topper.
Say
But you
that
don't
10
get,
times
but they don't
fast.
give you the yogurt. So you got to go out and buy a yogurt, and then you put this topper on.
Hey, you know, that would be fantastic because I like putting grape nuts on yogurt.
Well, you can have that one. Do you have yogurt at home?
Oh, what is that?
This is summer berry compote. Compote.
Yeah, go ahead and say that word again.
Compote. I can't.
Compote. Yeah,
I
that's
can't
what it
really-
says.
I don't know what that is.
Compote.
But I'm not sure. Oh, it's shortbread and strawberry raspberry jam, basically. So you get 3 little shortbreads.
Let me see
and
this.
some
Let
dipper
me
stuff.
see this.
Oh, I see the word sriracha. Sriracha crunch. This one looks good. It's got peas, popped corn kernels,
Summerberry compote.
and jumbo corn.
Yeah.
Sriracha.
Well,
That's going to be good.
it's probably a French, so it's compote.
Probably.
You know.
Punchy protein nuts, Danny. Punchy protein nuts. You
Peanuts
just got
have
a
protein in them, but they're
little-
not chock full of protein.
little nut mix.
Chock full of protein is eating steak,
Mocha walnut
turkey,
cake.
fish.
And this is another trail mix looking. There's a lot of trail mix looking things in here.
Hey, trail
This
mix
one
is
is
pretty cool,
mocha walnut cake.
but
And
dude, this is. These are a ripoff.
yeah, I mean, this box normally costs $12.
Rip the a
So-
lot off.
It's, basically not quite $2 a snack, but
Well-
what would that be? Like $1.50 a snack?
Okay, hold it. Let's see here.
So it's really not that good of a deal.
Is there an ounces on weight? Because that weight ounces is just supposed to be like actual product, not the box and stuff. Because
They really don't say on each one of these.
this is one This is one Rice Krispie square, is what this is. This is a quarter, or 10 cents.
Yeah.
Except for this is made with popcorn.
Now, they do. They say it's $12, but they're constantly giving $5 off.
Right,
So
'cause nobody's
really,
buying it.
this only cost or $6, $7, $6,
Right, so
$5.99 is what
Everything
I paid for it.
sold is at least marked up 300%.
So yeah, right now I technically paid $1 for each one, but if you don't get those discounts or whatnot,
Right.
and I don't know when those would end and how often they actually send them, then yeah, you're looking at $1.50 or so per thing, and really at $1, I mean, $1 for the yogurt topper to go on top of the yogurt that I have to go out and buy.
Dude, seriously, come on.
How do you not like it? I don't. Oh, hey, here we go. They got nutrition facts for each one on the back of this card. But it does say. So, like, which one were you wondering about ounces wise?
Just all of them. The little dip cracker one with the jelly.
The berry. What was it called?
The compote.
Summer berry compost. It almost looks like it says compost, so I'm just going to call it compost. Summer berry compost.
Dude, compost is terrible because you know what compost is.
1.2 ounces and 130 calories.
Yeah, see, at the most, a candy bar is usually like 79 cents. And a candy bar is like 1.2 ounces. So why eat healthy when a candy bar is cheaper?
So yeah, I will say, if you get the subscription boxes, constantly check and scour that website to make sure you're canceling your subscription if you want to cancel it. Otherwise, you end up with random boxes showing up and money disappearing from your bank account. You want to try one of these, Danny? We might as well try one. Which one will go with your coffee? Probably that mocha one. Where'd it go? Mocha walnut cake. That'll go with coffee good, I would think.
No, I don't. Oh, okay. No.
I mean, it's like nuts and chocolate and stuff.
You know, usually during the Christmas time, there's a chocolate-covered coffee bean.
That's what
fantastic.
this is. Chocolate-covered coffee beans.
Cut it open. Let's eat it. I've already had caffeine after 3 o'clock, so whatever.
Here, let's get another camera, too, on this. Show how they look outside the wrapper.
234-6288.
There's like 4 coffee beans in there.
234-6288.
I don't know why I keep reaching for that one.
234-6288.
Oh, that's why.
234-6288.
The round ones with chocolate on them are coffee beans. I'm eating a walnut.
See, coffee bean, fantastic. No bitter taste. No bitter coffee taste.
See, I think the coffee beans are more bitter than coffee.
But coffee, bitter. Terrible.
Basically, this tastes like something that you can assemble out of using the bulk items at Winco.
You know what's worse than coffee and beer?
What?
Wine.
I like wine.
You guys are crazy. Tastes like vinegar.
Cheap wine isn't good. That's usually what I buy. But if you get a good wine, it's really good.
Dude, that's what I used to always buy you for Christmas. It's like $100 bottle of wine.
No, you bought like $8 bottles of wine.
You still have that one black bottle of wine? That was a $100 bottle of wine.
That was a $100 bottle of wine?
Yeah, I told you this was for a special occasion.
I drank it at some point. I don't remember when.
No, I can't remember, but wine's terrible.
I never have special occasions, Danny.
You used to.
I used to, but
Oh, whatever. You had a special occasion day just a week ago when you were having your bath salts and candles that you posted on Facebook.
that is the equivalent of my special occasion. On special occasion, Jason
John.
does not stay overnight at my place, and I crawl into the bathtub. And it's been a while since I've done the candles, but I
These
crawl
are
into the
fantastic.
bathtub. If I have wine, I'll have a
Chocolate-covered
bottle
coffee
of,
beans.
or a glass of wine,
That's a great idea.
and just soak in the bathtub with some salts.
John had a terrific lady day a
Yes.
couple weeks ago. Wow.
Now, one thing I did this weekend that was really fun was we had a 90s weekend.
I read about that on Facebook.
Yeah. So, no internet. I didn't even turn my computer on. No internet, no tablet, no games on the phone. The only game I would let Jason play was Super Mario Brothers, and he was really frustrated that it took like 10 tries to beat the first level. And by 10 tries, I mean restarting the level because, kids are spoiled on games these days. But it was actually really fun to just disconnect from the modern technology, and by modern I mean in the last 15 years, and just go back to the basics. I did have to have my phone still on because I don't have a landline, but basically if I went somewhere, I left my phone at home, and I would not respond to, the plan was if anyone texted me, I would call them back, but no one texted me. A whole weekend, no one texts me.
Well, everybody gets mad at me because I don't carry my phone everywhere I go, and sometimes I'll get texts and I don't respond or phone calls for a while. It's not that I don't like you, it's just I didn't have my phone on me. It's not you, it's me.
But, yeah, so basically the plan was to only use it for phone calls. Never checked internet, games, email, anything like that. If we do keep doing the 90s weekend and I need to check email, basically I will either simulate the act of, or actually drive down to the library and get on a computer there with their 20-minute time limit or whatever they got, just so I can check email. Because that's how you had to do it in the 90s for the most part. If you wanted to go check your email, you had to go somewhere, if you didn't have internet at home, you had to go to the library, log on to AOL or whatever. Yahoo was around back then, right? Anyway.
No, it wasn't, because it was, you've got mail from AOL online, or I believe there was something called Prodigy.
You want some nuts?
Phrasing. No, thank you.
They're walnuts.
Walnuts are fantastic, but, dude,
you know what would have been better?
Technology explosion has only been for about the past 5 years. The past 5 years, I mean,
even early 2000 things were quite a bit different. Texting didn't really come around until like 2003 was when people really started using texting a lot.
Dude, somewhere in my house, I have my 5 old cell phones that I haven't thrown away yet.
The Nokia?
No, the Nokia. I love that note. It was indestructible. That Nokia, I had dropped out of a moving vehicle at 35 miles an hour, and it just bounced.
Yeah, Nokias were pretty awesome. But, yeah.
Anyway, Pocto, it's not that late. 234-6288. Give us a call. Or don't give us a call. I don't care.
And, if you remember what it was like in the 90s,
dude,
most people
I think
should.
the 90s was just yesterday, but no, it's 20 years ago.
I know. That's what baffled me, is one day I realized, I'm like, wow, 1999 was 15 years ago.
Oh, I know why it's getting so terrible.
That's what, you getting down to the bottom where everything's settled?
Because the coffee settles. Oh.
Anyway, and I highly suggest trying a 90s weekend. Just disconnect.
Oh, that's a flavor that won't stop.
Disconnect from technology for a weekend. It's amazing how much stuff I got done around the house. Because I'm sitting there, and normally my reaction would be, hey, I got nothing to do, I'll get on Facebook. And, you don't do that, you just do stuff.
Dude,
we went to the video store.
Coffee.
We went to the video store and rented some movies. Now, they didn't have any VHS, and I don't even have a VHS player, so we had to settle for DVDs. And Jason got some Goosebumps from the 90s. And I was going to find a 90s show, but everything that I was suggesting, Jason didn't want to. 234-6288.
234-6288.
So
234-6288.
they did have Pixels, which is a very new movie, but it was about the Pac-Man stuff.
Right.
So I figured, all right, we'll be okay with that.
I wish I would have still kept my Pac-Man album. I had a Pac-Man album, a vinyl, to say what the cool kids say nowadays, that had the Pac-Man song. Do you remember the Pac-Man song?
I do not.
It actually like ranked on the Billboard 100 for a few minutes.
Interesting.
But there was another song on there about Berserk. Do you remember the Berserk video game? Where you're running
Yeah,
through the maze
yeah.
and the robots were shooting you? And the robot could shoot like a diagonal? Well, there's a song, it's like, Berserk, Berserk, Berserk over you. Yeah.
Well, okay then.
And you know, that record would have been so cool to have. Because there was a Galaxy Quest song. There was a Defender song. Space Invaders song.
You sure you don't want the nut?
Sometimes
you could have
feel
you
like
could
a nut.
you can have my last nut.
Sometimes you don't. No, thank you.
It's my last nut.
I don't want. I don't want.
It actually looks like half a nut, but
Yeah, you can have it.
all right.
The coffee beans are excellent, though.
I'll let you have the last two coffee beans.
Oh no, I've had enough.
Nope. Now, what would have made that better is if it was all coffee beans. That would have been awesome.
Well, what would have made it better is if it was all coffee beans, and the chocolate was like those orange-covered sticks with a coffee bean in it. Always at Christmas time, it's orange sticks. My dad loves them.
Okay.
They're that orange gummy bear stuff covered in chocolate.
Okay.
Or you can get the orange that's in a whole orange, and you crack it and it'll open it.
That's just all chocolate, though.
Have you seen those though?
Yeah.
But they have the orange flavor?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what would make these better, is if there were
So you want orange
and
flavored
raspberry with the coffee bean.
Orange flavored chocolate covered coffee beans. That's what Danny wants. So if anyone's out there thinking, what should I get Danny for Christmas? Invent those.
No,
Anyway.
Danny likes socks and cologne.
Have you, I mean, it's probably been 5 years now in a row. Christmas time comes around, and I start thinking in my head, you know what would be great if somebody got me? And this started about 5 years ago. I thought, wow, just big, fuzzy socks. Warm, fuzzy socks. That's what I really want for Christmas. And after 2 years of nobody, and I just assumed, because it was also about 5 years ago that people stopped sending me big, warm, fuzzy socks for Christmas. So 2 years went by, nobody got me big, warm, fuzzy socks. I started dropping the hints. I thought, maybe they forgot the last few years, and I started dropping hints of, you know what, I actually do like the big, warm, fuzzy socks. And for 5 years, I don't get big, warm, fuzzy socks. Instead, I get random stuff that most people do want for Christmas.
Coffee sucks.
And coffee.
Yeah, I'm going to offend a lot of people because I know people that love coffee. Everybody I know loves coffee, and I don't get it. I've seriously given it an honest try, and coffee is not for me.
I'll admit I'm not a huge fan of the Starbucks coffee. I like double shot, but...
Dude, I got one of those Keurigs.
And no, they did not pay me to say that.
I got one of those Keurigs. You want it?
Like the machine?
No, one of those steel coffee mugs.
That's not a
That's a
Keurig.
thermos.
That's not a Keurig. Keurig's
Oh.
a coffee machine with the
What's
little
what's
K-cups.
what's the metal thing that
Are you talking about the Contigos?
Oh, the Contigo. Okay, I have a Contigo knockoff.
No,
It's not a
knockoff.
Contigo.
I have probably 5 different Contigos at home right now.
Oh, okay.
So why would I want a knockoff?
Well, I'm just saying I'll never use it.
I didn't
but,
give it to you, did I?
oh,
Because there was one where it's actually designed exactly like the Contigo and same shape and whatnot, and it basically is a Contigo, but it has a different name on it. And I found it at a thrift store once. It was brand new. So I
Right.
bought it just because I'm like, it just threw me as off because it's a Contigo, but it has a different name. So I was confused. And I bought it
dude, I'm
just because.
struggling.
You got to finish it by the end of the show. You get 10 minutes.
Oh, I'm trying.
You're almost there. So, we're on Facebook.
Facebook.com. It's not that late. Live. Give us a ring.
Well, if you type in
Give us a
facebook.com,
call.
it's not that late live, you won't get there. You want to
Hey,
type in
also,
facebook.com/it's not that late.
if anybody in Pocatello is watching, actually wants us to come to your restaurant or whatever and critique your restaurant and post a video online, let us know.
Yeah, we've been doing
We
that.
have went to several very good places that were out of the way places, just not really well known or new food, and we've been surprised because there's a lot of good places. Go to our Facebook page, you'll see Yoshida, you'll see the Red Poppy, you'll see A Healthier Way to Eat, you'll see the Works, and
Yeah, I can't remember who it was I was talking to about it, but basically ever since we've started doing this, I almost can't stand the thought of going to a chain restaurant. You know?
I haven't.
Normally, at least once a month, I get a craving for Burger King. And now it's like, wow, I got a craving for Red Poppy, or I got a craving for Yoshida, or
I want to go back to Yoshida.
every day I have a craving for that Jasmine. Oh,
Actually, yeah, dude, we need to go back to Jasmine.
Yeah.
Actually, Jasmine was really good.
and
But Yoshida opened another spot in the mall.
did they?
Yeah, it was in the newspaper a couple of weeks ago. Yoshida opens a second location in the mall. We'll have to go to the mall and check it out.
Because I was in the mall on Halloween Day, and there was I don't know
This
if
was-
anyone's been in there. There was
This was
nothing.
just in the paper.
There was nothing in the food court. The
There was-
only place to get food in the mall, unless Yoshida did open up, was Pretzel Time, and it's not even in the food court.
Well, maybe they didn't. Maybe it didn't open in the food court. Maybe it opened in another one of the stores.
I would imagine they would do the food court because it's already got the ventilation and everything. So.
Right. Well, I just saw the post. Not the post, but
I didn't see anything about that. I would have thought they would have posted that to Facebook, and I haven't
Yeah.
seen anything about that either.
Well,
But
it was in the newspaper because I get the newspaper. By the way, the
I'll have to
Idaho
look into
State
that.
Journal
Sucks.
Not thank you for anything. Congratulations, not.
yes,
Very unpleased with the Idaho State Journal.
they can't even get your quotes right.
They never quoted me right. They wouldn't print the stuff I wanted, and they tried to strong arm me out of $500.
Yeah. Basically, for Danny, it was, what do you do? Well, I don't really work right now. Okay. Are you going to school? Well, I did go to school. I have 200 credits, whatnot, but I'm not right now. That turned into Danny is on unemployment and going to ISU.
Well, has
Way to go, Mike.
yeah. Well, there were
Yeah. Anytime they write a story that I actually know what's going on, they always get it wrong. They can never get it right.
I have actually subscribed to the Journal for probably about 5 years.
You're part of the problem.
Well, supporting the local newspaper. If there was another local newspaper,
You're
I'd
supporting
probably
the
subscribe to
you're
it, too.
supporting the local tabloid is what you're doing.
Actually, I've always wanted to get the Wall Street Journal, just to have it. Not so I could read it or try and invest any money, but just
You
oh,
you
look,
can get
it's
it
a
and have
Wall
it shipped to you.
Yeah, but it's like $5 a copy. I
know.
ain't doing that. That's not intelligent in the least.
There are some online, not some, like TBA.
Right, but see,
They're
just
a
having
little slower on some of the current events.
just having a
sometimes,
paper, a daily paper.
but, yeah.
The comics aren't bad,
The
but
comics just
the comics
back when
themselves,
Farside and Calvin and Hobbes disappeared,
the
comics went downhill.
themselves have just kind of went down. Zitz is pretty funny.
Zitz has been like the only one recently that's decent, but
And,
a lot of them, Garfield and Family Circus, where they used to have at least some humor in them. Now they're just
Once in a while,
Boring.
Garfield's got a gem, a good belly
Yeah.
laugh, and I always
But
enjoy the
Family
Peanuts
Circus
because-
is probably the worst. It used to be somewhat humorous, and I just say somewhat. It was never hilarious. It was just
Every
somewhat
other
humorous.
one is
Now-
following Billy around the neighborhood.
But now most of them are just like a picture of the mom and the little kid saying, "I love you."
I love you too.
What? That's not a
I want
comic.
Ziggy. I want
Put
Ziggy
that
to
on
come
a
back.
T-shirt and sell it during Mother's Day. Don't put it in the Sunday morning comic book or comic pages. Anyway,
I want Ziggy. I want Ziggy, Bloom County, Actually, Bloom County turned into something Breathe. It's on my Facebook. It's got a good one once in a while.
I think they should like put something from the oatmeal in there every day.
They can't because the oatmeal's not family friendly.
I know,
Some
but
of the
they
stuff
should.
on the oatmeal is like, really? You're going to post this on Facebook?
They could
Congratulations.
cherry pick them.
Right. Cyanide and Happiness is hilarious. I don't care what anybody says.
Right. Anyway,
I should have ordered a small. Dude,
well,
where do they get...
you did. You ordered the medium, and then you're like, oh wait, there's a large.
Well, the reason why...
large.
No, literally, the reason why I ordered more than the medium is because I finally found the prices on the board, and the medium was like $4.89.
And the big one was $4.90 or whatever.
Was $5.
Yeah.
So it was like, why would you not get the bigger one for like 2 pennies?
Yeah.
So that's why. And what does Threnta mean? Because I think Threnta was the small. Grande.
No, it's Grande is the medium and Venti's large. I can't remember what they call the small because no one ever orders it.
I was just looking at it, and because we were at the drive-thru at Starbucks, and there were cars behind us honking because
we kind of, and we were running late to get here, so we kind of rushed through.
Dude, show's over. Can't believe it.
3 more minutes, it's over. Speaking of the subscription boxes, though, back when we did our subscription box episode, I mentioned that we were going to be doing our own subscription boxes, and that week I was going to post something on Facebook. I've yet to do that. This week, I'm going to try to get that going. So keep an eye out on Facebook. Facebook.com/It's Not That Late. We're also on Twitter now. If I recall, it's @_It's Not That Late, but I might be wrong.
Wow,
if anything, you can find a link.
Out on us.
If anything, you can find a link to the Twitter on Facebook at Facebook.com/It's Not That Late. But I'm 90% sure that it's @_It's Not That Late.
Dude, this is going to be terrible. The coffee's so, like, settled at the bottom. Oh.
Yeah. And you really should follow us on the social media because if we can find the energy throughout the week and if I can keep pumping Danny full of venti lattes from Starbucks and he will have tons of energy, we are going to be doing a lot more like mini things on social media and whatnot on Facebook, posting just to Facebook and YouTube and Twitter. Probably not Twitter. We'll try. Twitter is one of those that I only remember to check when I see something mentioned Twitter somewhere else. And I'm like, oh, that's right. I have a Twitter for the... Anyway. But I did think that what we should do with the Twitter is anyone that follows us on Twitter, we will follow back because apparently that's a big thing.
Of course we will.
We will follow back.
Us, we'll follow you.
And not only will we follow back, but we will scroll through your tweets. What do they call them? Anyway, we'll scroll through and we will find something and we will retweet it. Whatever we find most entertaining in the most recent of your last tweets. So if you follow us on Twitter, you're going to guarantee to get a follow back. Yes.
If you follow
we don't
us,
discriminate.
We'll follow you. We should. Coffee drinkers. Oh, you guys are a breed apart, dude. Wow.
Daddy loves coffee. You can see it in his eyes. Dude, you are so... I can tell from the moment you got here before you started drinking it, now, I can tell that the caffeine has got to you. It's kind of got to me, too. I was falling asleep before I got here. Now I'm like,
dude,
let's go for another hour.
Yeah, I don't mind caffeine at all because I love Mountain Dew, but the taste of coffee is terrible.